Okay, so if you live underneath a rock, then you probably wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. So Apex Legends is a battle royale game out for about 3 weeks now. If I mean like as I'm recording, and honestly, it's one of, if not is my favorite game. I don't really have an exact reason as why I love this game. To be honest, I guess I just kind of do. I've played the Titanfall games, and you know, seeing that Respawn, the people that made Titanfall, brought that series back in a different, but like in a way that it still feels similar, right? I'm really glad that they had that. I know it's a very popular opinion, but I'm not gonna say this is like the best battle royale. Like, oh, it's gonna take over Fortnite, my guy. Like, you know, and the genre is already kind of milked. But you know, game companies have been making battle royales because they bring in so much money, right? And even though most of these games are free, they bring in the bank, which Apex doesn't really stray too far from. Like they have paying for skins, which is like how Fortnite brings in money, but they also have two characters right now who you can purchase to play as. And again, you don't need them, but they're supposed to be a hell of a lot of fun to play as. Now, I currently don't have either one of those characters, right? Because I ain't spending goddamn $10. I'll grind for it. Like honestly, it's not that hard to grind for it. Kind of. Which is another thing you can do. You could pay real money, but you could also play the game and earn in-game money. It's a good deal. Now the game had a secret release, meaning no teasers, no trailers, no info at all until it came out. And I saw the day of its release and downloaded it after I saw my favorite Rainbow player, Narcoleptic Nugget, upload a video like the exact same day. So now, seeing how many people are playing Apex, it just baffles me, right? Because I didn't start taking the game seriously until I saw just how good some people are. And what made it even worse is that my first game, I won. So I took it as an easy-ass battle royale. Currently, I have either 2 or 3 wins. I don't really remember which number. I think it's 2. But, so, like, I just took it as I just took it. So like I saw it as a no skill game that all you had to do was camp in one area and wait for everyone to battle it out. But I was way wrong. See, I overlooked a few things, right? I didn't realize how much detail they put into the game, which like little trinkets and pieces were added. The game itself was phenomenal after a while. Like after starting to realize all these details, pay attention to smaller and bigger things, I think it is a great game as it is right now. Because, like, most games, though, you know, this is, like, not too far off. It has its flaws. Again, I love this game. And the flaws I'm just going to keep them short and simple, right? It's short and sweet. Because it isn't even that big of a list. Like, my main concern is the inventory space. Like, it looks great. It feels great. Very simple and easy. Not bland. However, the problem stems from the amount you hold, right? Mainly how difficult it is to get a good backpack during the game. For my matches played, I think my second win, I had a blue backpack. A blue, meaning there were more inventory slots to be unlocked with a purple backpack. But most of my games, I end up with like a white one, and if I'm lucky, I might find a blue. Another problem I found is that there are some glitches when you die. Like you can see through the map from your friend's screen. I don't have any footage of this happening, but I've had it happen to me before I was recording at least. One person who did see this happen and recorded it was Jamesky on his, I forgot which video it was. I'm not sure if it was the second one on Apex or the first one, but I've seen both and they're both really good. And currently, I don't think any characters are overpowered. All of them feel okay. I mean, I guess the bombardment ultimate from Gibraltar is kind of like the only issue I really have, because and even then that ultimate isn't that big of a problem because it does 40 damage per bomb. And I guess it's kind of the same thing with Bangalore's. Her ability seems the exact same, literally. They're just the same thing, but a little different, I guess. I don't really know the exact difference between them. But I do think even though it's like kind of strong, And even then, even like his ultimate's really strong, no one picks him mainly because his ability feels kind of useless. It's just a dome. You get a dome shield. And at first, on paper, he sounds like a required teammate, like someone you need to have in order to have a functional team. But if you don't have him, you're more likely to be a functional team without a tank, which is what he is. His thing is literally called the Protector or something. I look it up right now. It's something like that. He's the Protector. He's supposed to protect, right? Like that's his whole thing. And even then, like, it just doesn't feel like he's a defense. It just feels like he's a bigger offense with a hitbox that when he aims, you can shoot that. It's like having two knockdown shields, and I don't really know about him that much. It's just, it's a little iffy, right? He's not the best. He's not the worst, but I would much rather use other people than him, right? I'm going to have to say Mirage too. Mirage is a pretty weird one. Part of me says he's like overused, and another part of me says like he's not really used enough in the sense that I have rarely seen anyone use his ultimate or even his decoy. I think I just see him to see him, right? I don't really see, abilities being used by him unless like you're in a video, right? I understand like people use him in the sense of attacking, not really running away, getting a good stance and stuff and tricking people. They just go in and, whatever. They do it to, I don't know, dude. They use him. I think the only character I have an issue, like, completely with isn't because he's broken. It's because no one uses him. And that's Caustic. It's literally, to put it in layman's terms, he's that one character in every video game that's just, you use him as a meme. Like, it's not even, you just use him for a difficulty. Because he just doesn't do damage. He does nothing. He, like, is okay. He's not bad. He's not good. Not bad. But, like, it feels weird, right? Because he does, like, 4 damage per, like, something like that, right? Every second he does, like, 4 damage. And that's, it's not the best, not the worst. Like, you could do better than that, obviously. I just don't see the point of having him do such low damage, right? And having people just easily run away from his things. It feels, and I know he's supposed to be a ambush character, which is something I recently looked into. I didn't realize he was supposed to be an ambush character until I looked at the wiki for it and the Reddit and stuff like that. A lot of people are using him for ambushes and trolls and stuff like that. And even then, it kind of feels boring to ambush people in a game where it's like supposed to be head-on combat. It's weird with him. He's like, it's just, I want him mainly because I want to meme around. I don't play games to win. I play games to have fun, right? So I guess that's just one thing I kind of want to say about him. I think another complaint that I have is the leveling system. Grinding in a game as a key, I get that, right? But this game, you can tell that they want you to spend money. And, like, I understand that from a business perspective, but I don't understand it in a grinding perspective, right? It gives you 600 points every level up, plus an Apex pack, which is like a loot crate. And again, you can buy these or grind for them, but this grind is a grind I'm not sure I want in. Like, I'm at level 13, and to get one character, I need 12,000 credits. I have 6,000. You could see, like, I mean, if you actually try to play the game casually like I do, I've come across people who are, like, level 47 before, and I have no clue what the skill cap is. But I still can't imagine if anyone's reached there. Okay, so editing Sam here, and I just looked it up, like, as of editing. I looked it up. Apparently the max level cap is 100, and it looks like you only get 45 Apex packs, not 100 from your levels. But it looks like you can still get credits from doing, from, like, actually, like, getting to level 100, and, you can continuously get experience, and that's how you get more points in order to get more Apex packs, which, again, is like loot boxes and stuff like that. So I guess you can still kind of, grind out and stuff like that after you get to level 100. But I still doubt that anyone's reached that point. Yeah, that's all I had to say. From this is editing Sam, and he's gone. And one thing I forgot to mention that I do like about this game is definitely the looting mechanics. I like how each category has its own different attachments. Like you could have this sight on pistols, LMGs, and shotguns, but not on these ARs. I don't know why. I just kind of find like that a neat touch. Some of them have like heavy magazines, light magazines, extended mags, stuff like that. I don't know why. It's kind of like a fine detail that's, it's like the cherry on top of a milkshake that you don't even know that you like, right? Like it's there. You don't know why, but you like it there. It's one of those things. I guess another thing I kind of like about the game, I'm not gonna lie, definitely the movement mechanics. There's a lot. I'm not talking about like just sliding, double jumping. No. First of all, there is no double jumping in this one, at least. I don't remember in Titanfall if there was. I don't think there probably was, but there isn't wall running either. There is wall climbing, but it's not really that much. I think what I like the most is probably ziplining. I think that's a huge thing in this game. Kind of, not really. It's a huge thing in the sense that it's a ton of fun to do it, and you could get the advantage from it. It's something that's like a light touch that you kind of just enjoy about it, because you can make an entire game depend on if someone sees you ziplining or not. Because if someone sees you while you're ziplining, then you either make a break, right? You could get behind him and kill him, or they see you and they kill you before you even get there. But all in all, I think Apex is a great game. It's definitely a game that can hold its ground for a while, and I'm happy to say that I enjoy it. Not like how way back when in Fortnite, some people refused to say that they said it because of the community and how cringy it was, right? And I'm not gonna make any jokes or even mention that, oh, this will kill Fortnite. Because literally every Battle Royale that came out after Fortnite, people said that. I think people said that when H1 came out for PS4. Remember how everyone was like, oh, this game is a lot better than Fortnite, yada, 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 yada. And then people would just go back to Fortnite because Fortnite is a very big game that was hard to kill. It was hard to move past such a level of gaming. It's like Call of Duty and Battlefield, right? For a while, you couldn't find any good FPSs until so-and-so, right? But now, you're getting Battle Royales, and they're coming and going, like, literally. I think one that I said would kill Fortnite, and I meant it, was Blackout. And God, was I wrong, because I stopped playing Blackout very recently. My game corrupted like 7 times. The updates took too long. It took up too much space for a game I only played the Battle Royale for, right? And it was basically the same thing as PUBG. Like, I could have gotten pub with a lot less room and still had basically the same experience. Like, and I guess the one problem or difference at least is the maps and nostalgia. Probably that. I just don't see Call of Duty and Battlefield as a enjoyable FPS game anymore. I kind of see more games like Rainbow being enjoyable than those two game, I guess series. It's a very broad topic. You could talk about this. Battle Royale, even. Like, you could say, I don't know, it started off with Minecraft, which I guess it kind of did. Hunger Games was a very popular thing back then. And people were ashamed to admit that they played it, but now people are comfortable with it, and whatever. And, I guess now we'll look at where Battle Royale is going. We got Apex, and then you also got Tetris, which is... That's funny as fuck, and I really don't want to compare this game to Tetris, but I think Apex has a lot of room to stand on. I think it's got a lot of, ground on it. It's got a good foundation, I love the fact that even though it's a straight battle royale, there's lore to it, there's story to it. Each character has their own little backstory, and each of them have a reason for why their abilities are this and that. And I think, I think it's a good game. I enjoy playing it. I know I don't really have my friends playing it with me that much because they're not that good, and they don't, well, by good, I mean, they don't like battle royales that much, which is, okay, not a cup of tea, not my cup of tea either, but I like this one. I kind of do like this one. And I'll make it quick. Do I think it's a good game? Yes. Do I think it could overthrow Fortnite? Probably. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that the game is flawless and that the game is the greatest, right? I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say I enjoy this game a lot and I think it's worth a try. It's really up to the person to decide if they want to continue downloading it and playing the game, or if they just want to delete it and get it over with and then play Fortnite again. Even then, I don't think it's just Fortnite's a very big dying game. I think they've milked it to the point of no return. Kind of felt like that. Like 2 months after it was released, it kind of just felt dead. It was boring after a while. Now I rarely see people talk about it and talk about this game more, and I just kind of hope that Apex doesn't end up on the same doorstep as Fortnite, where, oh, this game is so popular, it's going to get hit with mainstream media, everyone's going to start playing it, and then it's going to get annoying. I don't want that to happen to another video game. I think Fortnite took the world by storm. Literally, literally and figuratively, no pun intended. But it really did just hit the world in a spot that no one thought they could be, enjoyed with. It's weird. Because I don't want Apex. I want Apex to take the world by storm, but I don't want it to end up like Fortnite. How it's cringy to even mention the name, and if you mention the name, you can just hear all the dead memes just happening in the background and stuff. But I think Apex has a lot of room to stand on currently. I think everyone's enjoying it for now, at least. I don't know if it's going to change in the future. I'm enjoying it. I know a lot of other people are enjoying it. I can tell by videos people enjoy playing it. And yeah, I just kind of hope Apex stays in the spot that it's at right now. It's an enjoyable game. People are enjoying it. People are playing it. And it's not cringy. I just kind of hope, because, a lot of gamers are looked down upon because some game fandoms are cringy and weird and no one likes to talk about them, not even other gamers. FNAF was a good one. Stuff like that. I just kind of hope that doesn't happen with this game. I just kind of hope this game stays on its feet, keeps it going. And yeah, that's it. But after all, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did. I'm probably going to keep going with these scripted commentaries more. Never know. I don't know. I'll probably put more effort into it next time. But yeah, yeah, I guess see ya.